Hello people. Now, I know this video took longer than forever to make, but I have a good reason for it. Anyways, I see a lot of people asking for help when it comes to team building. In fact, I've even seen some people pay for it, which is completely ridiculous. Now, why should you team build on your own? Well, firstly, because it's fun, and second, team building on your own better helps you understand the game and how to use your Pokemon. So in this video, I'll teach you the many aspects of team building.
So there are many playstyles also known as archetypes, so look for which playstyle you find fun, and build a solid team around that. Examples like hyper offense, bulky offense, balance, stall, and semi-stall. But I'll just be talking about the 3 common playstyles to build around. For PBF, by far the strongest archetype is hyper offense. Since it's a really unstable meta, HO is everywhere, and the way it really achieves its wins is by using a series of setup Pokemon, typically around 4 to 5 sweepers, and with one lead Pokemon to set up rocks, webs, or screens, and to give offensive pressure by sacking Pokemon constantly without preserving them.
Next is balance. This archetype is seen as a common middle ground between hyper offense and stall. This usually achieves its wins by a combination of walling Pokemon and acting as a switch in into strong attacks, so they are able to chip down the opposing team, also giving offensive pressure with the help of wall breakers and pivoting. Then we have stall, which is the slowest archetype to use, and is defined through its main win condition being wearing down the opposing team slowly, with every Pokemon on the team being vital. If one Pokemon falls, the other will come down with much more ease. Cores can be used a lot more than just being the center of a team. While cores are useful, do not force them onto a team, because they are the natural synergy between Pokemon and act as a backbone for teams. As an example, here's something that I used to use back in Gen 7 OU. As you guessed it, Mega Pinsir is the win con for this team as a setup sweeper, while Magnezone is the best partner for it, because with its ability, it's able to get rid of steel types that Pinsir can't beat. While Tapu Fini is another nice addition to this team to make sure Pinsir doesn't get statused or to defog rocks away. And all 3 of these mons cover each other's weaknesses and provide good coverage option, making it a good core. Another example is Volt Turn. This core makes use of the moves Volt Switch and U-Turn. Individually, these moves function pretty well, but when paired up together, a sort of magic happens. A good example of mons using this are Coco plus Scissor, or Landris T plus Mega Manectric. Another example is a regen core. Pokemons with the ability Regenerator can be paired up, so the user is given the option to switch between 2 Regenerator users, allowing them to heal up, often on incoming resisted attacks, and play mind games with the opponent. Here's a team that I made with triple regen which might be brain dead to fight against. Lastly, defensive cores utilize an extreme amount of defensive synergy to fight off the most prominent sweepers in the PBF meta. An example like Mega Sableye plus Skarmory plus Chansey for stall. This defensive core takes advantage of the absurdly high defensive stats of Skarmory and Chansey to recreate the Skarmless core. You know, the one which was most dominant in Gen 4. Now, in this portion of the video, I'm just going to be going over some general tips when you're building actual viable teams for competitive play. I'm going to be going over why immunity to ground and electric moves is necessary and why speed control is important on almost every archetype.
Number 1 rule, you want to have an immunity to ground and electric. The reason you want to have an electric immunity is because of this one move, Volt Switch. It has inside low 70 base power, but it causes you to switch. If you don't want to be teased by Volt Turn, you're gonna need an electric immunity. Now, 5% can afford not to have this because you won't be switching much. But if you're any other playstyle, you need to be immune to electric and ground. Immunity is necessary, not just because of spikes and toxic spikes, but also because of mass distribution of earthquake.
The second tip is to have some sort of speed control. Any playstyle or archetype other than stall should have speed control via choice scarf or priority attacks, especially in PvF, where I would say having priority attacks is much more useful because of the many sweepers and ubers in the meta. Examples to use are first impression low kicks or something like banded grassy glide rillaboom. And that's it for this video. Hopefully this helped you getting an idea on how to get started on team building. Now I'm just gonna give a little life update. So I've been enjoying my winter so far, and I've never really had enough time to edit for myself recently. But I'm getting the motivation to get back on the grind. So expect more videos. And I wanna make content on games other than Pokemon, so recommend me some you people wanna see. I want to thank those that have been supporting me since the start, and even though my videos have been a little dry recently, I'm really thankful for you guys. And yeah, that's about it. Like, subscribe, share if that's still a thing, show this to your mom, and see ya.